Hey guys, Chris here. In this video, we are doing the Motorway range test in the Mercedes EQS53 AMG 4MATIC Plus. Yeah, that is quite a name. So today, we're going to find out just how far this car can go on a full charged battery on the motorway at motorway speeds. And then at the end of the video, we're going to put this car into a chart and see how it actually stacks up against the other EVs on the market. So without further ado, let's get on the road and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Dive right in, let's go. Do more than dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. Dive right in, let's go. Do more than dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah.
We are now Oscar Mike and we've been on the road for 21 minutes and the weather is not the best, but is not too bad. I mean, we have very light rain, or actually now it's not raining at all, just some spray from the cars in front of us, and we have a wet surface. Hopefully it will stay this way. It won't start to rain more along the way on our route. And we also have a slight, tailwind from the southeast of about 3 meters per second, but it's mostly, a crosswind from the east. And also you guys can see that average consumption pretty darn high thus far, 27.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. This car is on 21-inch wheels, 265 4021s on Nokian Hakkapeliitta R3 SUV tires. I found that kind of funny because this isn't an SUV, but these wheels are so large. This car is almost 2.8 tons with a driver, and yeah, they fitted this car with SUV wheels because it is so darn big, or SUV tires. And also our route is going north to Moelv and then back again to our starting point, which was the Recharge chargers at Gardermoen. Recharge also the sponsor of today's video, more on them later. So this is our new route, 216 kilometers, and we're going at a steady 120 kilometers an hour or 75 miles per hour according to the speedometer. But we're also timing this test, so at the end of the video, when we put this car into a chart, we're going to see the actual accurate speed which is measured. You guys can see here, it's actually starting to become a little bit dry here in the road, so that is pretty darn nice. Not too much traffic today either. And also this car does not have the quietest ride, which is quite interesting. I'm going to talk more about this in my review later on this week, but this car, I don't know if it's the tires or if it's just the setup, what it is, but I think my Audi e-tron 55 I had, a few years ago, or 1.5 years ago, was quieter, because this has some coarseness and some road noise from the front tires. Maybe those Nokians, which are 265 wide on 21-inch rims, may be the culprit, but yeah, it's pretty darn interesting. But okay guys, we're going to continue on north now to Moelv. That will be the next update.
Dive right in, let's go. Do more than dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. Dive right in, let's go. Do more than dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah.
The rain has started to pick up a little bit now, but just in the past few minutes. But here we are. This is our turnaround point. We've now exited the motorway. The motorway actually ends here, the 4-lane motorway. And then we're gonna take a right here, and then we're gonna go underneath the motorway here, and then take a left in the next roundabout, so we can, I'm just gonna slow down the wiper so we can start heading southbound now. But consumption, 25.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. We've covered 109 kilometers according to the car, and I mean, it's not the best of consumption, but this is it's a heavy car. It's a car with big wheels. It's got all-wheel drive that often increases the consumption. But we're going to have to see what the actual, result is once we get back to our endpoint, to where we started, back to the Recharge charger. So that's what we're doing now. We're now on the southbound section of the E6 motorway. And yeah, look at this. Weather is not the best now. The rain has started to pick up a little bit. But okay, guys, we're gonna continue on now, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Dive right in, let's go. Do more than dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. Dive right in, let's go. Do more than dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah.
We're now back at our starting point, and this is our exit. And yeah, it's just a little past 3, but it's getting really dark outside. For you guys on camera, it's probably not as dark as it is for me in real world, in real life. Yeah, in the real world. You guys aren't in the real world. This is the real world. I'm just kidding. So we're gonna take a right over here, back to the Le Charger. I don't know, is that what it's called in French? Oh, look at this. Why are like 4 cars stacked over there at 2 of the chargers? But okay, that doesn't really matter. We can take a 150 kilowatt charger here, because what we want to see is, will we get, you know, decent charging speed after 2 hours on the road? And we have the charger on the right side of the car. So we're gonna go into the left bay here. So yeah, you guys can see how dirty that 360 camera is. Oh, only the front view, because the rear view is hidden behind the Mercedes badge, which is a very smart idea. I don't understand why more cars don't hide their backup camera behind something. Okay, let's hop out, connect to charger, and see what kind of speed we get. But before we do that, I just want to show you guys the consumption. 26.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And yeah, now let's hop out and connect to the charger. Okay, we are now connected. We connected at 30% state of charge and quickly jumped up to 49 kilowatts. But why aren't we getting more speed? This is a 150 kilowatt charger. Yes, there are 2 connectors. There is one CCS and one CHAdeMO on this charger, but it has, you know, 2 75 kilowatt modules, and each module should give this car 75 kilowatts, but we're only getting 48 at 31%. Wow, that is interesting. 51. So is the battery just cold after a few hours on the road? Because when we connected here, you know, before starting the video, I got 151 kilowatts from the 225 kilowatt charger over there. That is very, very interesting. Why aren't we getting more speed than 50 or 49 kilowatts? Now that we're connected to a charger, I just want to thank today's video sponsor, Recharge. Recharge is the largest provider of lightning, rapid, fast, and AC charging in the Nordic countries, in Norway, Sweden, and Finland, with more than 4,000 charging points, which is just completely insane. So if you want to support the channel, go to the link down below and find out where your closest Recharge charger is. Before we end today's video, let's take a look at the battery pack size, the consumption, and then calculate theoretical range. So this EQS53 AMG 4MATIC Plus has a net battery capacity of 107.8 kilowatt hours. We take that number divided by the consumption, 26.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, and then subtract about 3% in heat loss. We get a theoretical range under today's conditions, which were cold. We had rain, we had wet roads, and we had a little bit of wind from the east. Total range 395 kilometers, which is right out impressive. Yes, we're only about 69% of its WLTP rated range, but again, it was cold, it was wet, we had rain, wet roads, and a bit of wind. Yeah, considering those factors, not bad at all. Almost 400 kilometers in the winter without, well, snow. I have to say that that is quite impressive, guys. I wasn't expecting that much range, even though the consumption was high. This car has such a big battery pack that doesn't really matter. So yeah, third best, range we've gotten out of any car in this test. And this is the new one. This is, with our updated route, which is, a little bit shorter, but we do have a higher average speed. Though this wasn't the highest average speed out of the test we've done here. It was actually one of the lowest, but still pretty darn impressive. And I have to say, this car on the motorway is also a treat. It's comfortable, It's quiet, though not as quiet as I was hoping, but still quieter than most vehicles. I'm kind of, you know, picky and criticizing this car, but it is very expensive, and for that money you do have very high expectations. So guys, let me know down below what you think about the range we were able to get today with the EQS53 AMG 4MATIC Plus. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below, and for more car content, as always, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.